all the girls. Bullshit dripping off the chin. I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat.
You drop this. Yeah. Like they're bringing anything to the table.
Good morning, everybody. Y'all know the voice, y'all know the sound. It's your man, James Williams. DJ Exclusive is in the building. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you all. I feel like I haven't been here in so long, but I'm here now. So welcome. Y'all grab your coffee, your tea, whatever it is you need to get your morning started, man. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Good morning, everybody.
Bullshit dripping off the chin. All night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls.
Good morning,
Bullshit dripping
family.
off the
Good
chin.
morning. Shout out Priscilla. Good morning, Priscilla. Brother Latif is in the building. T Tweety, good morning. Roller Dragon. Yes, Roller Dragon, the power brick did work. We are in la business. Yes. Boondock Dragon, good morning to you. Amber Layla, good morning. Tiger, what's going on, Tiger? Tyler Hackman, good morning. Fatal Flaw, good morning to you. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, like it or not. It's coming up there.
When I go with confidence, when I go with roll our hips and take a sip on it, take a trip on it. When I go, you can go slow. Wind it up all night, baby, take your time.
Iris Jones, good morning to you.
When you turn me around, when the neighbors yell turn down.
I'm laughing because what tea do rich people buy? What tea do rich people buy? Property. No. Priscilla, I would be honored. Make sure you hit me in my DM on IG. I love doing a good wedding, man. So hit me up, Priscilla. I got you. Promises manifesting. Good morning. Gary Anderson, good morning to you. Property. Oh, here's a good Christmas one for you. How much does Santa pay for parking? How much does Santa pay for parking? Nothing. It's on the house. Oh, now. Yeah. Kareem Ransom, good morning to you. Grab, good morning. Jessica Merrill, good morning. What do you call a constipated detective? What do you call a constipated detective? What do you call a constipated detective? No shit, Sherlock. I'm going to hell. Spence Uncle Dragon, good morning. Chewy, yes. The birthday trip was amazing. I really enjoyed myself. When I say I enjoyed myself, I mean I did everything. I rented me a scooter. I scooted myself around Epcot all day long. I went to Mexico and had me 2 tequila flights. That's like 10 shots. Then I got back on my little scooter, drunk, driving, zooming all the way through the park. Rode the Guardians of the Galaxy ride twice, which was hands down the best roller coaster I've ever ridden in my life. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. I went to the Space 220 restaurant, which is like they're eating in space, and it was amazing. Y'all, the trip was amazing. So thank y'all and everybody that supported and for the birthday wishes. I appreciate all of y'all and love y'all so much, because without y'all, man, probably wouldn't have happened. But when I tell y'all, I enjoyed it. So thank you so much, y'all. Zozo Bob, good morning to you.
With a brand new model. Yeah, I called out Carlos. Said I won't be calling. Instead of my own
The big piece, good morning.
It wouldn't make much sense, so yeah. Ask me how it feels. I say it feels too real. When you pick up speed, post a pitch black weed. When you got your thoughts, all the in there deep. What about your heart? Does it beat too hard? My night.
All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. The Queen is in the building, so it's time to get this show started. Like it or not, it's about to go down. But before we do, welcome to the Plastic Surgery Addicts Group. I see a lot of new faces here today. Like it or not, it's going down. Good morning, y'all.
Hey, man. Yeah, it's the summertime, right? Let's get it. Like it or not.
Not anymore.
Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Yeah. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going down.
Rebecca Zora's in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, a real life ish. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin, yeah, that's my man. She's always coming up with the master plan. Politics, dreaming, trying to find the meaning of life. While the feds keeps us in stride.
I am your DJ exclusive. Y'all know who I am. I stay dropping them jams.
Good hope, dad jokes, culture, it's politics. What's here right now is the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, and I ended up with the plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. Tuesday to Thursday, you know how we do. Let's go. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going down.
Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. Hey man, let's start this damn show.
Like It or Not with Benjamin Dixon starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Just wanted to make sure everything was good. Mic was on because I literally just ran to the seat right here. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Like It or Not. Welcome to Like It or Not. Sorry. because there's 3 of us now. I don't know. Who's
Oh,
up there.
okay.
You know what I'm
Actually,
saying?
we'll put the queen in the middle though. Get me out of the middle. Put the queen in the middle, and we'll follow your lead.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Oh, wait, go ahead, Bubba.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I forgot.
It's been a while since the
Welcome
3 of
to
us had to
Like
do
It
it
or
together.
Not.
Where we're free to tell the truth.
And not care who doesn't like it.
Oh boy,
Hey, we got
we
it.
made
That
it.
was a little
We
rough.
made it.
That's
That
because
was
it's
a
been a
little
minute
rough.
since all 3 of us been on here this morning. But I am happy to see you guys. How was your weekend? Was it like a holiday or something? I don't remember.
was-
It
Everybody
was.
defined
It
It
was,
was
a
a holiday
holiday,
for the
child.
man.
Yes, it was. It was
Oh,
very
yes, it
enjoyable.
was. Look, I'm like, what holiday was it? Oh, Bubba. Bubba said,
Girl.
Bubba, sorry. Because I've been bedridden. So how was your birthday? What was going on? Like, what did you do?
Man.
Talk to us a little bit about that while I get my charger together.
Okay. Can't stand you. Wednesday went down to St. Petersburg, chilled with my friends, family. That night they took me out, so we went out to eat. Then Thursday got up, drove to Orlando, went to Disney World, went to Epcot. And when I tell y'all, I had the best time ever. Like, I rented me a little scooter, got the last scooter in the park. I was riding a little thing, just going all over the place, like Rebecca and her little beetle over there.
My car. So my car doesn't. Yeah. Now this car doesn't make that sound, thankfully. But you were on the scooter all through Epcot. I saw that you had some shots as well.
Oh my gosh!
Shots, was it?
Yeah, 2 tequila flights in Mexico, which was like, whew, was a lot. But when I tell
That's
you,
a lot,
Epcot is not in Mexico.
Epcot, it's a Mexico. They have a Mexico in Epcot. You know, you just drink
okay.
around the world. Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah.
You said you had 2 flights.
2 flights. That's 5 shots of tequila each flight.
Each flight.
Now, granted, they only had half shots, so I would say the equivalent of 5 shots.
5 shots. Okay.
But I mean, even still, after
that's
that,
a lot,
though,
bro.
riding around in the hot sun, I was about to run these goddamn kids over.
You're gonna be the first person to get a ticket on a hover round. Get a citation.
Get that man off of that scooter. Meanwhile, he going so slow, they just can't stop him.
Okay.
Can't stand
going so damn slow.
Stop him, and no one can stop him.
Oh, man. But then after that, after I did my little drinking, rode some rides, I got on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride like twice, which is probably about the best roller coaster I've ridden in a long time. I got on there after drinking the shots, and when I tell y'all, the second time was so much better after the shots, because it's just like, man, because the ride spins you around all over the damn place. It's a 360-degree roller coaster, man.
James, wasn't the tequila flights enough? You had to get dizzy on top of that.
Yeah, it was like the best thing ever.
Really?
If that's what an acid trip feels like, sign me up. No, just playing.
Did you roller coaster ride that went viral where they did a loop-de-loo and a person threw up at the top of the loop-de-loo, and then when they came back down, everybody got splattered? Yeah. Yeah. So
thankfully it wasn't that bad.
Hold off on the drinks when I get on
I can't. My stomach is very light too. I wouldn't be able, because like I don't know where that drink goes when I drink it, but it doesn't go all the way down. So it's like right here, and then
that's indigestion.
Then
that's old age right there.
So
it's heartburn, indigestion, all of the gas. It just don't go down. Okay,
don't go down.
Like it or not, it's not going down.
Yeah, it's not going down. Okay, and that's why
find out your drink just stay right there in your chest, and that's it.
Just stay right here. And then that's why I'm like, oh y'all, I'm not feeling. So but I have to handle I have to start thinking about other things. I gotta think myself back into sobriety. That's when you know.
See, this is what alcohol doing to y'all. Y'all might as well go ahead and get on the weed, like Stephen A. Smith say, because that's a lot.
Yeah. But when you do both at the same time, it's like you cross each other out, but then it's just like you still high a little bit, but then you get drunk a little bit. So it's just like it's a good thing. But I wouldn't know nothing
all
about
before
that,
you get on the roller coaster
things.
ride. All before you get on the roller coaster ride. You had a good time.
I have since removed dark spirits from my system. Dark spirits such as Hennessy. I have removed. Listen, any VSOP straight, you won't find it in my heart. So the only dark liquor that I do is the one that my ancestors may or may have not stamped. But it's the Haitian rum. And so that's the one that I can only do. And I can't even get the 25-year one. That's the one that's like in a special box. When I used to, back in my younger days, like, oh, throw that back, right? Now I look at it, I use it for medicinal purposes. I put it in my tea. I cannot just drink that.
I use it to clear up my nasal cavity. Like
right.
if you stuff your nose, you just clears it right up.
Just like that. And then all of it.
I don't know about the indigestion. It's like it makes the indigestion worse sometimes.
Probably worse.
No. It's actually for everything. We use that rum for everything. Okay, I swear.
Ginger ale.
You scratch your hand, you put it on there, it's gonna heal up instantly.
Your baby's gums is a little sore. You take a little bit of that and you rub it all up in there. Your baby knocked out. You don't know why, but the baby ain't crying. Amen. All right. So with all that,
don't tell all the secrets.
Okay. Dang, Rebecca.
Bubba, I am so glad you were able to enjoy your birthday. I know it's your,
yes.
What was it, 44?
Yep, 44.
Okay, so see, you don't have no problem with announcing your age.
It was awesome because I turned 44 on December 8th. 4 + 4 = 8. I'm like, that damn year completion. What's going on?
Come on, somebody.
All that numerology.
Okay.
Like, it's all, yes, angel numbers was all up into your life. Okay.
Okay. Hello.
I like that. You know a little something about angel numbers.
Just
all right. Now, let's start with this story. I know yesterday, and I apologize, I wasn't here. I was under the weather, but the team is here today, and I think it's a beautiful thing that we're here today, right before the holidays too. So let's get some stories out of the way. I want to start with this one. I'm going to start with the second story, Josh. Actually, just because I want Ben to have a discussion about it, since we know it's just crazy. I don't know. It's just real weird. When we're watching Democrats, I guess, jump the boat right in front of our eyes, but we've been knew these things were happening, but it's just crazy to see it in real time. Senator Kirsten Sinema a few days ago has decided that she's officially switching from the Democratic Party to be an independent. Ironically, though, she hopes her decision to remove the D. Why are you doing
Rebecca Azor, why are you like this?
I don't know who's like this because he was playing in my name. Y'all know I'm on air with children. Anyway, she's removing the D from next to her name will bolster her brand back home. It may contribute to a Republican being elected senator from Arizona in 2024. Many saw this coming as Sinema's hesitation to do anything to help the people always struck out as an anti-democrat policy. It's crazy. With the numerous donations Sinema has received, that's the D that she has received, is donations from wealthy contributors and her joy found in stunts to agitate the general populace. Sinema may as well have changed, again, the D next to her name to R. Oh my goodness. One can only wonder when Joe Manchin will follow the same path. Anywho, let's take a look at Kirsten Sinema on CNN and her pleading her case.
Children.
You're up for re-election in 2024. This move means, I suppose, that you're not going to be running in the Democratic primary for the Senate seat?
Well, I know this will probably be disappointing to folks, but I'm actually not even thinking about electoral politics or talking about that at all right now.
But doesn't this increase the likelihood that your run for re-election will be tougher because you will not only have a Republican opponent, you may even have a Democratic opponent?
You know, I don't make decisions based on what the easy road or the tough road is. I have always tried to make decisions based on what I think is right. And for me, it's very important that we have a discussion at home in Arizona and here in the nation's capital about reducing the partisanship and just focus on solving the challenges that we face in America. The challenges we face are great. They're significant. We cannot solve them by using partisan attacks. We cannot solve them through a partisan lens. And I want to be a part of having that discussion and showing that there is a different way.
Would you ever run for president?
No.
Never.
I don't want to be
president. Of course you wouldn't win.
Okay. Many a time on the show, you have discussed Kirsten Sinema, and there was another one, like one of her Democratic partners who don't represent, I guess, Democratic.
Joe Manchin, yeah.
Joe Manchin. So, but together you guys have constantly called them out on this platform about saying, like, they do not move in what we would say is democratic. They don't move democratically, right? They move they walk in Republican ways every time they're needed for a vote or something. Right. They are never there to help or assist. It's almost like they were put there by Republicans, as she's like a sheep in wolf's clothing. So what do you have to say about this switcheroo that she believes is more bipartisan than anything?
I mean, honestly, I think we just get rid of her, right? We have to make sure that under all circumstances that she is no longer in the Senate, because she has, like you said, she's been moving with Republicans. I remember the photo shoot. Somebody could drop a link. The photo shoot that she took with Mitt Romney, where he was like catering to her on his hands and feet with cake and stuff, and they were making it, joke about it. But the reality is Kirsten Sinema used Democrats, she used progressives, she used liberals, she used the Green Party to get her way into the Senate. And as soon as she got there, she sold out to corporate dollars. I mean, that's who she is. That's what. Then the other thing I would say is, could you not see? I mean, I know you could. I wanted to hear you talk about how phony this heifer is.
Yeah.
Like, she really thinks that this is about her and bipartisanship. Nobody in the country believes you. Not even the donors who are donating money to you. They know that you are a sellout, Kirsten Sinema. So nobody believes you getting on national TV trying to act like you're really concerned about crossing the aisle and being bipartisan. You're concerned about the D, donations.
You're concerned about the true D, and that is donations. Okay, money, 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 money. That's what I see when I see her. Honestly, she's never been one to. I don't know. I've never said Kirsten Sinema. She's the one that did the curtsy for the $15. For us to get down to the wages being $15 instead of $7.25 or even less in some other parts of the state. But or the country. I don't like that she was somebody who was supposed to be on our team. I already think a lot of Democrats move in conservative ways, and at the end of the day, if you gonna at least lie, show us that, okay, like, let me still kind of ride with the Democrats a little bit on something, and then show my ass at the end when I'm leaving. But she was showing her behind the whole entire time. And people tried to make excuses for her in the beginning. And then it's like, almost like, to me, she was matching Marjorie Taylor Greene's energy. Speaking of Marjorie Taylor Greene, like her, Kirsten Sinema, all these people, Bober,
attention seekers.
Yes, attention seekers. Put it nicely. Will go into on a mic, and these are supposed to be our leaders. These are supposed to be our leaders. These are people who will go on a mic or go in front of people, embarrass us. Like, and I can't say for, I'll say for Kirsten Sinema, because she was supposed to represent liberals and free people and all that kind of stuff, and be for the constituents, and be supportive of things like abortion, be supportive of things like raising the wages, be supportive of things.
Try to say that for shoot. I felt you on that.
It was killing me. It was killing me. My mind was like, it was going crazy. It was killing me. But no, but she was supposed to be supportive in a lot of things, and she sat there on Bill Clinton's camera. Sat there up on them people, and literally would be like, here's the family photo, and sis ain't even in the middle representing independent. Like you said, she's over there shaking hands with the enemies of the ones that
democracy,
the ops, right? The ops in the Republican Party, not the ones that's a little bit like, you know what, abortion. I had a feeling.
She said.
Go ahead, Ben.
No, I don't mean to cut you off. I was just thinking, like, she sat there and she triangulated, what's the number one way I can get the most attention? That's
Money.
Her politics.
Mm-hmm.
That's her politics. Like, she knows that she can get all the news coverage if she is the rotating villain, where she's the one who, like you said, she did the curtsy and got and voted down the 15-hour minimum wage. Like, she's intentionally put herself in opposition to the very people who got her elected but she does it simply because it brings attention to her. And she believes that it's her pathway to being the romantic comedy of the United States of America. All the way, she dreams of being the president. We're just not that into you, Kirsten Sinema. Don't even like you. You don't even go to this school.
You don't even go here. Like, girl, just go away. And these are the type of people that we would have never known if we didn't have social media. We would have never. Is she supposed to be somebody in her 30s? I think it's like she looks like Marjorie Taylor Greene. They don't look alike, but it gives that vibe.
Same energy. Same energy. I'm sorry.
Same energy. Marjorie Taylor Greene recently, and I know we don't have that in the document, but Ben, I know you've seen this as well. A lot of our leaders right now, or the nation's leaders, are just showing who they are. Just out here in these streets, like not giving a damn, because they know they're either not going to be removed, or nobody's really going to challenge them. So Marjorie Taylor Greene stood up on in somewhere having a conversation about January 6th and said if she would have led January 6th, they would have been armed and they would have basically won that war against the people. And she said that with her own mouth on the microphone.
Yeah.
Like, this is who represents us. This is who represents us. And I mean the nation, because she don't represent me, but I'm saying as a whole, what examples we have nothing but mess in leadership right now. Nothing but mess. We recently just came in the state of Georgia from a whole moment where we had to almost fight for it was almost like watching the drag race and seeing the drag queens get up there. And we know sometimes one of them drag queens don't even qualify, but we know somebody has done the job and gives us a mean Vogue and lip sync for their life. Herschel Walker did not fit anything. They were up there, and it was really, really embarrassing to see that this is what we had to fight for in leadership. Kirsten Sinema, I don't know how she got there, but she's embarrassing for leadership. She's clearly ops. We have Marjorie Taylor Greene, embarrassing for leadership. Okay. A lot of the Kentucky leaders, embarrassing for leadership. Where do we go from here, Ben? Where do we go from here? I know that we have to vote. I know that we have to push, but do you have faith in anything when it comes to our leadership and the forward movement of what we want America to be?
No, but it could turn into a yes. I mean, we really are being led by the Neanderthals. I dropped a link to Josh of Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she's coming out of the gym in her true form. And I don't know if you all saw that video, but my God, today, life has not been kind to that woman's face. But just as ugly as she is on the inside, the politics of America have gotten so ugly and so petty and so just destructive.
Yeah.
That when you ask me that question, Rebecca, like, do I have any faith in this country? Not in the regime that's in charge right now. Not in the fact that we have Kirsten Sinema on one end, Joe Manchin on the same end, and then you have Marjorie Taylor Greene. You have the Republican, the January 6ers, who are trying to push even further. It's not as though, trying to overthrow the country on January 6th was enough. That was just a warm up for them. So do I have faith in the leadership of this country, that the Democrats are up to the task of taking on these Neanderthals? No, but I think the people can. I think we, the people, will have to.
I don't know, because the people are a little fickle these days too. But you know what? But you know what? There is a visual. So let's take a look at Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Joe Biden, you're not a president. You're a piece of shit.
That small clip there in itself is showing us our representation in America. And they're getting so bold. And there's no respect anymore. Like, this used to be a conversation you had with your party at y'all little, holiday party, your Republican holiday party, conservative holiday party.
No, put her back on the screen. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Where they're secretly going to get abortions, Botox, whatever they can go do. And here, is somebody who said that she would have been at January 6th armed, ready to kill for America.
It looked like somebody punched her right in the middle of the face. I'm sorry, I had to say
like
that.
She got hit in the face with a pan.
With a pan. With some hot grits or something.
Lady, she looks like Lady Cassandra from Doctor Who. I know most of y'all are not going to get the reference, but if you look up the stretched skin face lady off of Doctor Who, it's the last human, and her face is stretched so far. That's what Marjorie Taylor Greene looks like. But you know,
ooh, she look like she don't season her food at all. I'm sorry.
She looks like her gas stinks real bad. I'm sorry. I hate to do it. Like clear the room kind of stuff.
Oh my god. Remember when she was out there discussing a lot of
I mean, look at her. Who would be attracted to that?
Ben. Remember?
No, she really is pulling like they're Republicans over there, the little fanboys, like, oh, she's so hot. What?
Well, you know, actually, she looks about her age, or what?
How old is she? I was going to ask that question.
I don't want to say she looks about her age, and because I've seen other people age beautifully.
Come on, in her 30s, looking like she's 50.
In the queer community, but this is what being a Karen does to you. I would say.
This is what evil does to you.
Yes,
it ages you
right.
like milk. Sorry, it ages you like an avocado. It ages you like the moment you flip the banana and you look at it for 2 seconds and you turn around and you come back and it is dead. It is dead.
Wow.
She's 48 years old.
Okay.
So
48, that's it?
Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't have much for her. I know that her feet are dirty because she had on flip-flops when she was walking away. And she was trying to say, it was a conspiracy. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. She tried to say it was a conspiracy. I think the Stoneman Douglas shooting. And she also pushed more of Alec Jones's talking point from years before, decades before. And with children in high school or school shootings, elementary school shootings, she just pushed that, especially on Facebook, created groups, led groups on Facebook. I don't care what she says. She can make those comments and say that if she was there on January 6th, that she would have been armed and all this other stuff.
She was already a part of January 6th.
She was already a part of January 6th. That's what. Thank you. Because I do not give it that. We do not care because we know you were there. We do not care because we know you were there. Mm-hmm. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it on this Tuesday.
And she ain't had nary gun. She's talking about guns. She ain't had that nary gun on her. She was there.
But the people that she sent there did.
Yeah, they had guns. Well,
she had to make sure the blood wasn't on her fingertips or her dirty feet.
Wait a minute. Did they have guns? I can't. My mind is so foggy because I know at a certain point,
strapped. January 6ers were strapped.
No, I'm trying to think of the folks who actually went into the building, because if they had gone into the buildings with guns, then it's so long ago and so much has happened this year.
Wow, is it so long ago? Because it's just yesterday.
Did they have guns in the Capitol too? Like, my goodness.
They were strapped taking pictures with the guns on their body.
Oh man, these white folks.
I'm trying to remember
they wild.
Zip ties.
I'm gonna have to Google that. They wild, man. They get away with anything.
Outside of the Capitol, they were coming off of the buses strapped. Little Charlie Kirks and them buses strapped.
His 80 buses. This boy had sent 80 buses to January 6th anyway. Sorry. Whew. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
So they were guarding the doors with their guns. This is what I remember. They were guarding the doors with their guns. The ones that had items, they were going in. So the ones that were challenging the officers and the cops were outside of the Capitol. Because I'm trying to remember when we were watching it that day. And then the other ones were bringing like zip ties and stuff in their pockets. It was crazy.
There's a fact check. Yeah, there's a there were guns recovered.
Yes,
some were left. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm reading here, but okay, so they weren't blatant with it. Some of them
they were on camera outside of the property or like right.
I gotta see. I gotta see that. I just gotta see that. I ain't saying you wrong, Rebecca. I'm just saying that if a single white person got within walking distance of the Capitol with firearms and they didn't get laid out by some bullets, like sprayed, like, because just think of a black person. If we just went to protest, what would happen to us. Had we had a gun, if we had left our hotel rooms with a gun, a sniper would have been sitting on the rooftop already to pop us. It just blows me away with white folks, white men. can get away in this
knowing
country.
you left there with the gun in the proximity of the Capitol. You left like the area with the gun to walk towards the Capitol. Maybe we wouldn't have made it 1 foot outside the door. We wouldn't have made it.
Not at all.
They would have already like
that's
killed
crazy.
us.
Yeah, and somebody just said in there too, like, "Dang, you died already." God dang. But yeah, somebody said my camera, yeah. But somebody said that there was a lot of cops that were there. That were at the actual protest. They have their service pistols there as well too.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Wild.
Yeah, I can't believe you don't remember. Those people were coming off of the buses and with their strap full of guns. The KKK, other white nationalist groups, they were coming in strapped. The ones that were protecting the amendment for themselves because they believed that their rights to carry were going to be taken away. They were complaining about that on the steps of the Capitol. My rights to carry. I can't lose my gun. I can't lose my American right. Remember, they were doing all of that in the name of Donald Trump and his peers. Okay, Republicans literally started a coup at the damn. It's crazy that happened, and that was 20 seconds ago.
Was that
no, it's big. See how time is funny like that. Time is crazy like that.
No, but a year ago was crazy because I could have got pregnant at some point, had the baby, and my baby still would have been a baby this year.
I got stuck for a minute.
I was like, is she
like hell?
I was like, is she telling us something?
No,
using a really extreme example. But you're right. That baby wouldn't even be 2 years old yet.
Back then, we had more rights with abortions, I feel like. So, I don't know.
This is why you bullshitting though. That's real though. That's the truth.
Oh goodness. In other news, no,
seriously. In other news, though, that's crazy because that's our leadership, and they're still leaders. And a lot of them weren't reprimanded. A lot of the people that were on the no-fly list. Remember, for a year, and they were crying because they were on the no-fly list. Some people didn't have certain kind of food in the when they did go serve a little bit of time.
Oh yeah,
so they gave them. Yeah, so they started giving them dog food on a platter, but in like gold bowls and stuff. So like this is what we're dealing with. Some people are back on the fly list because all miraculously they've done good in the community by donating some money to a Black charity or a Black orphanage or something. And that's back on the fly list.
Well, they all are, generally speaking, they're all getting off with a slap on the wrist.
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. So tell me if you think about when we go back to the conversation of George Floyd, if when we go back there to that conversation, if you think that these officers or the officers involved are getting off with a slap on their wrist. The ex-cop Thomas Lane, one of the former Minneapolis police officers.
Becca, check the update in the reader, refresher reader. On that particular one, but I have to agree with you that when I'm looking at the sentencing, I didn't even think I don't think the cop who literally had his boot on the neck, Derek Chauvin, I think he got off with a slap on the wrist. But the other culprits, as they're coming down right now, their sentences are so light that it's like they can get away with anything.
Same thing. Yeah, it seems like they're getting the same exact sentence.
So hopefully this is the update that I'm looking at. Same one that I dropped yesterday, so it must be the update. A former Minneapolis police officer who assisted in the fatal. Are we there? Is that where we are? Just want to make sure. Okay.
He had the wrong name, child.
Okay.
That was on September, child. It was wrong and strong. But it's okay. We got you.
Well, what was picked up on my system was something so different.
The algorithm. The algorithm was tripping a little bit this morning. That's all.
A former Minneapolis police officer who assisted in the fatal restraint of George Floyd was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison Friday for his role in the killing. 3.5 years. I repeat, 3.5 years, 3.5 years. Not a full 4, 3.5. Even if it was 4, it would still be not enough. But 3.5 years in prison Friday for his role in the murder. J. Alexander Kueng pleaded guilty to aiding and abetting second-degree manslaughter on the day his state trial was to begin last October, agreeing to the plea in exchange for the state dropping a count of aiding and abetting, again, second-degree murder, unintentional murder in the May 25th, 2020 murder that triggered international protest against police brutality. Kueng appeared remotely from the U.S. Bureau of Prisons Elkton facility in Lisbon, Ohio, where he's serving a 3-year federal sentence for violating Floyd's civil rights. He did not address the court.
So you see what I'm saying? Let's. It seems like it because Rebecca, you said Thomas Lane, and I can see where it comes in that because the sentences are the same. Both of them are currently serving 2.5 to 3 year sentences in that other prison, and both of them just got this 2.5 to 3.5 prison sentence. I'm guessing for the federal charges. Yeah. So it's just like it's all the same thing, and these are literally slaps on the wrist, y'all. That's literally all this is. They're trying to appease people. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work.
It's not going to work, but it's working for them. The system works just as it is intended to, especially for cops. I mean, cops really are they're going to be the first in line to get the least time. And then white men will be right after that, because we know cops come in different colors, creeds, but there is a way that they function in white supremacy. And then when there are laws made that are meant to uphold white supremacy, a lot of those cops get a slap on the wrist. People who are after that who could have just murdered somebody because they felt threatened by somebody just being black or being usually get a slap on the wrist. Meanwhile, we got black folks who are right now serving time because they wanted to sell a little bit of weed on the side of the street to help feed their family, keep the lights on. They're still serving time. They're serving like 20 years, 10 years. A lot of their life is taken away from them, but people who have murdered somebody.
That's right. Yeah.
We watched a murder happen.
Yeah.
I like the way you are focusing on the fact that it was murder.
Yeah.
Not this passive aggressive word that the media uses, death. No, it wasn't just a death. You know, people die in their sleep, right? He was murdered by these guys.
We've seen it.
And this guy, and you Kueng, me and Bubba we were debating. We were debating. Now, how the hell is it Kueng? Kueng. I like Kueng. Jay Alexander. Somebody in the audience is going to give us the phonetic spelling of it. It ain't even a minute now. But he was the guy that was, if I'm not mistaken, he was the guy who was also physically owned George Floyd, not like Officer Tao, who was observing. This guy had his body. If I'm not mistaken. And so to me, and he's black, he's part black. I don't know what percentage, but to me, it just shows you that the police force does something to people that strips away not only their blackness, but their humanity, that allows them to participate in this and not object, not say anything, right? And it's the police culture. We talk about no snitch culture in the hood all the time. Everybody wants us to get rid of the no snitch culture. The biggest no snitch culture, the biggest gang culture in the country, the police force.
Absolutely. And I don't know if y'all heard, like over the weekend, they just released body cam footage. I think it was yesterday, of an officer shooting a man armed with an axe. With an axe, bro. It's like you have time to. It's one of those things where, like you said, there's no humanity. Instead of this man shooting to disarm, you shoot to kill. You shot this man in the head. You could have easily shot a leg or arm or anything where he would have dropped that axe. So it's like you said, these cops have no humanity. They feel threatened. The first thing they'll do is shoot your head, shoot anything they can, and it needs to change.
I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's gonna change. They've been doing this for a long time before we had cameras, before we had VHS, before, remember back then, what Rodney King, all that, before they started rolling the camera over the shoulders that they picked up. Before we had all that, they've been doing this. Historically, police officers were made to act like this, function in this way. I've watched them run the streets of NYPD, just bothering people, harassing people, just because they have on NYPD uniform. It is officers in every creed. I remember covering back in 2017 when a lot of these police were killing folks then, and me and Ben were just covering another murder, another shooting. It was just so much for us. But I saw an NYPD union get together, and like a fraternity club, and make a commercial about them needing protection and donations and support at the time, before they really coined thin blue line as they did, and they just were like, will you save NYPD? NYPD is being attacked everywhere we look.
What the hell?
And NYPD's reputation is going down the drain because of senseless murders that may or may not have been at our hands, but still, NYPD needs you to continue to support and help us be at the top of the ranking of pieces of we need that support. Forget every family that we've hurt. Forget every life that we've taken away, every life that we've taken away from the world because we were upset, because we felt threatened, because somebody looked at us the wrong way, because somebody told us what their rights were. Forget that. We need your support. Police officers are people too. And then the commercial faded to like blue or something. I will never forget covering that. I was in shock when I seen that. I thought it was a lie. And what's crazy is you wouldn't see that story in mainstream media. You wouldn't see them cover something like that in mainstream media. But there are unions
not from that angle for sure.
There are unions set to protect officers after they murder someone.
No, they are all in league. The media is in league with not just the police forces, but like you just said, police unions. Like police unions are not the police.
They're like fraternities.
They're fraternities. When you get a statement in the press from the police unions, it might as well be from your local chapter of drunk white boy fraternities, because that's all they really are. But the news media gives it as much credit as a scientific study that's been falsified and peer reviewed. No, every press release you get from these police unions and even from the police themselves needs to be inspected with integrity, but we don't get that at all.
Right.
No, we and this is what we get is these fraternities that get to come out, drop commercials, and make money, utilize the money to get Lamborghinis, Roswell, Georgia, Sandy Springs, Georgia, to pimp out Lamborghinis and
that's because they have billions of dollars in budgets.
On my way in Florida, the state patrol car, the state trooper cars were goddamn what's the big body Chevrolets? The Challengers.
Yeah.
Souped up Challengers. Like, and you're gonna catch any and everybody.
When I first used to come visit here, this was back in 2000. My sister, she lived out in Sandy Springs, and I used to live out in Sandy Springs too. But when I first used to come visit her around 2008, around 2000, those early 2000 years, it was long ago, good times. But down Sandy Springs, you would see in the Sandy Springs Police Department, people would stop just so they can take pictures with the vehicle. That's how they were garnering trust in the community. However, at the time, people that I knew were slinging drugs to make ends meet. Okay, they were slinging drugs to make ends meet, not to because this is what they couldn't get jobs because they had a record. They couldn't do, but they were doing what they could to make sure lights were on, food was in the fridge. Mother was sent to the hospital for her diabetes, and he was able to pay for it. Was a lot of that happening. Same cop that was over there when people were stopping to take pictures and all that, just whatever. Also told them, if you want to sell on this block, you gotta do X, Y, and Z for me. This is what was going down over there. But these are also the cops that are stopping folks for going 5 miles outside of the it's me. I'm that folks. They stop 5 miles over the speed limit.
You be the one.
No, but
it sounded personal, James. I was listening. I'm like, she getting personal here. Must be somebody must have pulled her over recently.
It took me back because then I got a super speeder for that. But
oh my God, a super speeder.
That's a double penalty. Double
$200 more
on top of $400. Okay.
Yep.
And
$200 on top of the bill.
They will make sure that you cannot get your license until that is paid. What kind of ridiculous?
Every cop in y'all were talking about cars that they got. Every single cop in Florida has the big body SUVs, the same size as an Expedition, but it's not an Expedition. The top, every single one, and they all tricked out with state of the art everything. And I was on the beach working out one day, and then it was dark, but here comes. I thought it was a damn UFO coming around the corner, just right on the sand, just shining light. I'm like, what is this? Cop car just playing with all his toys.
Yeah,
and they got too much money, and they get away with everything they want to get away with.
I will never forget. We played this clip of a child, and he's on his little little truck, and he's going. So cute, right? 2 baby black kids, and like you could tell it's a black community, and just going on his little truck, and then the police pulls up behind him. And the baby gets out and floors it. The fact that the baby knows that he has to do that when cops come is crazy. That is not funny. Not funny. The baby turned around and said, the baby
one arm get out the car and ran.
He saw the cop lights. The baby floored it out of there. Do you hear me? The baby was running, and the police officer was running behind him, slow or whatever. But this is what, like, even babies know.
Why are we laughing?
Trust the damn cops. This is why I can't take y'all. Let me move on. All right. All we know is F the police. That's how I treat them. We buy way out of jail, but we can't buy freedom.
See, we don't quote his lyrics no more because he a dumbass.
I quote those lyrics.
Who that? I
don't know who that is right now.
Kanye.
The one back then, he said, F the police, Kanye. That's how I treat them. We buy our way out of jail, but we can't buy freedom. We buy a lot of clothes, but we don't really need them. Things we buy to cover up what's inside because they made us hate our wealth, but love our, but they made us hate ourselves, but love their wealth. That's why Shorty's hollow with a Yes, those were good lyrics. Those were good
Graduation. Now, what I know is Graduation. What song off of Graduation is that?
That's the When It All Falls
Down.
Falls
Down.
Oh no. That's late Rich. Okay, 2 albums earlier. Huh? I'm trying to erase Kanye out of my memory. I was one of the biggest fans of Kanye.
I don't know who the person is today. I don't F with that person, but those lyrics, those got me through school. Those got me through a lot of things, but I don't like that.
I liked him better when he was dating the girl who put up the rock sign, the Delta. He should have stayed with the Delta.
Listen, he's never been the same since dating outside of, and we'll move on here.
Hello, because we can talk about the Kardashians all day. Because me and
get on and leave your ass for a white girl. He prophesied on it. He prophesied over himself.
Remember he said that, and
he prophesied over himself.
Shit that he had Nia Long and Tracy Ellis Rossman, and she's like, "Girl, he gonna leave your ass for a white girl."
And he did. And then the thing about it, Kardashians didn't mess up all these black men. Reggie Bush, Lamar Odom, Lamar.
Did any of them make it out okay?
Lamar doing all right now.
Lamar went through some stuff, bro. Lamar went through some stuff messing with the Kardashians. Like, it could have just been him, right? But you ain't gonna tell me all those black men just happened to be broken when they went to the Kardashian house.
No, they have black babies, and I think that's all that really matters for the Kardashians. Let me have a black baby and let me move on. Yeah,
$200,000 a month in child support. 18 years. Yep. 18 years.
Yep. Now, speaking of white folks profiting off of black people,
I like where this is going.
According to the outlet, this is going to be C1, Josh. According to the outlet, Shudu is the first AI model, and she's been booked and busy within the first 2 years of her career. She was featured in Vogue, Hypebeast, V Magazine, and WWD. Fronted campaigns for Ballman and Alessi. Graced the red carpet at BAFTA 2019 awards, wearing a bespoke gown and a Swarovski, gown by Swarovski. And mind you, she's an AI. Released her own record and was named one of the most influential people on the internet by Time.
Who is this? I never heard of this person.
I'm going to tell you. While Shudu is booked, I said she was an AI, artificial intelligence, online. While Shudu is booked and busy as a black woman. Yeah.
The people behind it who own it.
Let's get that picture up there, Josh. There isn't a black woman or a black man behind the digital supermodel earning the coins. In fact, Shudu was created by a white creator named Cameron James Wilson. With AI characters like Shudu, it is noteworthy to point out that she not only appears to be black, but an indigenous African. It is also important to note that she has European features, which could be due to her being created by white men. A similar instance of AI-generated features causing an uproar on social media happened earlier this summer. Remember, we covered it right here on Like It or Not, when AI rapper by the name of FN Mecca was signed. Ultimately, he was dropped from Capitol Records after exhibiting what many believe to be stereotypical Black behaviors, all under the control of white people. On the screen right now, you see Shudu. Take a look at Shudu. Now, an AI digital model.
That nose has been chiseled as much as the Sphinx in Africa.
Okay?
Like,
yeah, she's beautiful.
What's crazy is I've never seen her.
And she's won all these awards.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Never seen
heard of her.
before.
This is what happens in this in these spaces. People that don't make real strides, they'll make up something and say these people made real strides. Who was sitting at the voting desk? I couldn't tell you who was sitting there. It's almost like the Grammys. It'd be like whoever's sitting at the table who knows somebody who knows somebody. What's the most popular? That's what you get. I've never heard of Shudu. Before FN Mecca was mentioned, I never heard of FN Mecca. So yes, there are very, very much European features here on this indigenous African model, digital model. And so the thing is, this is how white people will always view beauty. They will make the distinction onto what they think will look good on dark skin. Dark skin is something exotic, it's something beautiful, it's something whatever to them. But also they know that Black is trendy right now. Black is something, especially dark skin, because it's on every shirt. We're saying that we are voting for everyone Black, having that short hair or features from Africa, but then being able to control how it's seen. That's what this is how they'll do it.
Can he get a picture of the, I hate to use this word with the image of a Black woman on the screen, but Josh, can you get a picture of the owner of this AI technology and put his pasty behind up on the screen for us?
This is digital blackface, period.
Yeah.
Now, because I'm gonna tell y'all, she looks like Willow Smith if Willow Smith was this color. Like if you compare or put a picture up with Willow Smith next to her, they look just alike, but just dark.
Have you ever heard of the singer Amara La Negra? She's a Dominican singer. Okay, so she's like, and a lot of people were online saying that she doesn't represent the Afro Latina community. Yet you can look at her and see that she's very dark skinned. However, she does have European features because of her, I guess, Dominican side and where it comes from and all that stuff. But people find that to be exotically beautiful, and they'll search and try to create that. They don't want a wider nose. They don't want a dark skinned girl with some kind of a lighter colored eye. The contrast between the skin and the eye is just exceptional. It's beautiful, and that is normal for or that would be something normal for a white person to look at all the time. They want to see, and this is digital blackface for me. I don't ever want any white man or white person to create or be and this is the first digital model, okay, that's walked runways or that's sported clothing of big name brands. A lot of this is created by white folks. I think we live in a day and time where now they don't even want to show us who they are. I guess this is who he is, or she. Or they, I'm not sure what they this is who they are. But
okay, I didn't realize they were they, but click on.
Now they serving a little bit, but I'm like,
I don't care if they got sauce.
They're still.
They got a little sauce. They got
some sauce. We'll give them that.
It doesn't. We're not talking about their sauce or anything. We're talking about them being white creators of a Black model who we didn't even know existed. And then when we see the Black model, it's almost like, why do white people have to be at the head of this? The same thing with the FNK Mecca or whatever that rapper was. The man said he didn't even get paid for them to use his likeliness for that rapper.
They serving for real though.
They're serving for real. I'm not gonna take that away from them.
There's some life right there. There's life. I feel the life. However, Rebecca Azor, I agree with you.
It's about this Black AI model being created by whites. Okay,
but
and
that's a trip. I can see why they did it. I can see why they did it though. Now it makes sense.
What
okay,
makes
now
it makes a little sense.
No, but I can see the style. And
no,
it's another conversation.
The model isn't about style, baby. Let's keep the focus. The model isn't about style. I don't knock it when it comes to style. That person, they definitely were slaying. Beautiful. Love the style. Love the look that they're wearing. Love how they're rolling it. But I don't like when we have people who do not look like us, who come from communities that don't look like us, don't understand. Change the way Black actually is, what it looks like, what it is to be normally Black, and to be at the head of that. You cannot create a Black look and just get away with it. That's why when this AI went as far as they went, we never saw who was associated with it on purpose. And that's because they knew if they can be behind the scenes and act as if it's created by Black people, right? Just our assumption being that it was created by Black people, it'll continue to win. Okay. But when you tap in and you dig a little further and you see who and what is behind it and what's profiting off of Black people, Black looks, Black face, Black imagery, it's problematic. It's very much.
Let me ask this question though. Would it be problematic if he had input from people of color? Is it still problematic then? If this wasn't created solely by him, let's say he had input from other people where he went and said, "Hey, I'm working on this digital model. What do y'all feel about it?"
I still think it's problematic. Yes, I do, because that's like sitting at the table. Back in the day, that used to be a step further, right? But then now, today, when I feel like if we can have somebody to lead it, period, and have that person,
but do we have somebody that has? Is there Black people out there? And I ask this question all the time because I love Black people and I love the stuff that we do. Is there anybody that can, that we can have that can put something out?
I love that.
And if they have, why have they not done it?
Oh no, Beba, I love that question so much. Let me tell you something about having money and being and just being a person in the community that has a different skin tone, where you can just walk into a room and get connections because you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Our Black community has always been at the bottom of that list when it comes to that. If you just put a simple Twitter search about AI creators who are Black, you'll be able to find so many of them posting themselves, what they do, their work, and asking for help to get pushed out somewhere. They're always going to be at the last of the list, especially even when they're at the table, Bubba, and they're saying, okay, so what do you think we should do? The room is still fully white. It's better to have somebody at the creating of it, the one that's at the head of it, not just somebody put into the conversation so that they can say, well, we had somebody Black at the table. We've left that conversation back in like 2011. Where it'll have somebody in the room that's Black. Now, no, go to a Black creator and have them head project, because that's the only way our representation can actually go further. Our representation can actually be authentic in this space and not watered down, whitened, in any way, shape, or form. There are creators. I know there are creators, because when this little AI,
rapper,
when this little AI, not even the rapper, no, there's an AI trend right now that's going on the internet, where a lot of people are, making themselves AI and all that stuff. Black creators have been posting their AI, how they're doing it by hand, or how they're creating, and they've been creating, and just this app comes out, and people are literally paying to go change their face on this app, when a lot of these creators are like, man, I've been doing this. Look at my work. Here's my work from a few years ago. But you see what I'm saying? So this is where we are with it. The opportunities that are given to people who just happen to be white or have white background or have deeper connections is easier. They can literally wake up one day and be like, I want to do this, and partner with somebody that knows somebody just because of partnership. So Black people don't have it like that often. That is something that is rare. And when they do have it, it's kind of like what we see is Kanye.
I agree with everything that you said, Rebecca. I just know that actually, let me start here. Have y'all seen what's the Cash Me Outside girl? What's her name? Bad Bunny.
Bad Barbie.
Is it all right? I'm like, what is it? Is it Bad Bobby? I've been saying
it's Bad Barbie.
Or Bad
Y'all see how Black she is now?
Bad Barbie. Yeah.
She got she wear her wig. She do what she need to do to make sure she keeps that blackness.
Y'all remember Jimmy Kimmel when he brought on that white dancer to do the Black girls dance? She went super viral and became famous off a Black girl. Y'all remember On Fleek, right? Black girl created that, but then when white folks got a hold of it, they cashed in on it. Y'all remember Period Period Poo, right? They take and they bastardize blackness and they cash in on it. So just on sheer value alone, the fact that he is they are cashing in. Sorry, they are cashing in on blackness, and it's not just in America. You see blackness being cashed in on all around the globe. A lot of these videos that you see of small African villages and their little kids dancing, I really want to know if that money being made off those millions of views is going back to that village, or is it going to a white person's bank account?
Talk about it, Benjamin P. Purnell Dixon. Reverend, you are in the house today. And if there's not an amen corner for you right there, I don't know what is.
No,
hey, let me tell you something. That's very, very clear. How you said it is exactly, those examples are perfect. Just the other day I got on TikTok and I seen that on TikTok. There was a woman who said, y'all, I'm gonna stop gatekeeping. I'm gonna stop gatekeeping. There's a store that has everything that you need to go shop at. White woman. She's walking down the streets of New York. And I'm gonna tell y'all where I get my clothes from. This store is like, I found it and it's great. She thought she Christopher Columbus Rainbow. The store Rainbow. Yeah, look at you, Bubba. You know Rainbow. Ben, you know Rainbow. Rainbow, ladies. All my ladies right now. Y'all know Rainbow been around since time began. Okay?
Since the dawn of existence.
Did you say time? Okay, I'm about to say yes.
Rainbow, where we go and get our shoes and we know the heels is literally gonna start doing this after 3 wears. Rainbow, where the dresses was coming with the little necklaces at one point in time. Rainbow,
you're not playing.
Where we used to wear them thick old belts with them. Rainbow, the 3
found it 1935.
1935. It was
Rainbow, where I used to go shop in Brooklyn when I didn't have no money after
they
work.
stay colonizing stuff.
In Brooklyn, 3 stories of Rainbow. You talking about that Rainbow? Baby, I used to shop there when I was in high school for every little outfit I can get. That Rainbow, white lady, you did not discover Rainbow. 1, 2. There's other people who will take black content, switch it up, and act like they created it, like you said, and get money off of it. The same content creator who was the black person will go on to share their story about how they created this content, but never was paid for anything about it. When a lot of those dance TikToks became viral in 2020, the Beyonce dances and things like that, there were 2 twin girls who made a certain dance, and white folks took it and danced it. A Renegade, I remember the Renegade one was
that's the main one. That was the main one.
White folks took the dances and were cashing out on it to the point where Beyonce had to go and tap on those 2 girls and give them their light for even making that dance, as well as Renegade. There's a young woman for that song Renegade who made the dance for Renegade, made it go viral. Or the earlier times of making TikTok dances, a little young black girl. A white girl also did the Renegade dance. She went on every television you can name, every show, commercial, every single
like she was
thing.
The one that made it.
That's it. Until we got together, we unionized black folks on Twitter, and we started to say, give that girl her flowers right now. We tagged all the programming that the white girl was on. We did all of that. And not to make the white girl feel bad, but because you guys cannot be used to and okay with taking black anything, cashing in on it, stuff that you didn't even create or make. Period. Benjamin.
I want to read a comment from, and please don't take this personal. I just think this is a perfect example from Neon Death 07 saying that IP, intellectual property, is a creation of greedy capitalists, though. I agree. I think intellectual property is a problem, and we can address that holistically. But until such time that black people, and well, then they went on to say this, Neon Death said, are we here for capital or something bigger? Clearly, we're here for something bigger because we're paying to do this. Like we're not quite, breaking even doing this. So we're here doing this for something bigger. But to the bigger question, until this system changes, and where intellectual property is one of the number 1 ways to generate wealth, and you're dealing with black people who have been systemically kept out of wealth, you can't ask black people to relinquish the ability to cash in, capitalize on their talent in a system that's cashing in and capitalizing on their talent. Now I'm with the revolution and all, but until such time that the revolution comes, Y'all better run these people their checks and stop taking from the black community our very soul, our very talent, our best athletes, our coaches, taking everything from the black community and then saying, well, why the black folks ain't got nothing? Because y'all been stealing stuff from us since day one, square one.
And so Kevin Reavers put something in the comment section, which brings my point to the point. Right? The cruelty is the point. So Kevin Reavers said the white girl that took the dance is Charlie D'Amelio. She now has a Hulu for her troubles because people felt bad for her. She now has a Hulu show and just won Dancing with the Stars. Ask me where that baby from Renegade is.
Still trying to figure out how they're going to pay for their college, probably. Still don't know how their parents are going to pay for rent this month.
Whatever he's doing, it's not what this one is doing. I can promise you that. When I say the white community felt so bad for her when we really said, no, get that girl, remove that renegade child away from everything because she's not the originator of that dance move. Put that black girl in those spaces. Let that black girl shine. When people came to her defense, like, we shouldn't do that. They're just children. If her video was more popular than the other ones, then we should allow. That was the whole thing on the internet. So they coddled this white young girl.
That's where she got all these views
to a Hulu
from.
show.
Like when I tell y'all millions on millions of viewers, this chick has, and like it is her. I forgot all about that. Has her own goddamn Hulu show following her and her family around. That is rich and well-to-do already before they had all of this shit.
Before that,
before
they were
that.
Whole goddamn Hulu show, y'all.
Ain't no rags to riches story. They didn't go from rags to riches. They went from rich to richer.
And thank you. And I can assure you that baby girl, if she is making any money, it's nothing near what this little girl is making. This is what it is. I'm telling you. If we challenge to get our space, if we challenge these creators, right? This creator that they who created the AI, right? We challenge those creators, right? We would see some backlash. We would see backlash because we're asking them for the rights to what we look like. Is drop it, get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. Somebody who literally fits. Get somebody else to do it. If we say that, that person's gonna cry wolf, and then all of a sudden they'll be on a show about their own story. If it was vice
about
versa,
getting canceled,
black people would we would never hear about this thing again. We would never see them again. Their content engagement would be low as hell right now. They wouldn't have much to show except for I was viral at one point on TikTok.
That's it. Bragging rights. That's all black people get left with most of the time.
It's almost like when people try to hire me on for anything and they're like, we'll give you exposure. And I'm like, baby, I already get exposure. I need money. I get exposure all the time. That's why you have come to me, because you know that I'm good at what I do. So if you want me to do anything for you, you're going to have to give me a coin. A lot of people think that I don't need the exposure. I need the money.
Because until such time as the revolution comes,
I need a donation.
We got bills to pay.
So y'all know I got to ask the question because my mind is just thinking. So situations like this, because this is an artist, digital art, it is an art form. So what happens? What should happen? What should be the recourse for this? Should he not draw black people? Because reading through the article that Josh dropped, he does have another plus size black model named Bryn that he's drawn. So at this point, what happens? How do we move forward? Are we telling the artist that you can't draw black people?
No.
See if they can make the same coins off of drawing white people.
Yeah, that's one.
Oh, yeah. Hell,
and that's,
now,
so that's
I will
the
say
point.
he has some good
Cruelty
artwork that he probably could, but yeah.
Cruelty is the point. But no, I don't care if he's drawing a black person in a wheelchair, right? I don't care if he's drawing black trans people. I don't care if he's choosing other minority groups within a minority group. I don't care. It's the fact that we none of us knew. I'm not taking away from this person being an artist. I'm not taking away from them being a creator. No, it's just a simple fact that you knew to create your first AI model as a black person. You knew to create. I hope everything's okay, Bubba. You knew to create your first AI person as a black person and cash in on that because you knew if you made a regular AI model, it wouldn't have cashed in. Black is something that people want to capitalize on because of its being exotic, because it's trendy. And that's what I see here. I don't care what community you come from. I don't care anything. Bubba, are you okay?
Y'all know Ellen's DJ Twitch?
Yeah.
Black man.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Dead at 40 by suicide.
Oh man.
Not Twitch that used to be on the dance show.
Man.
Not Twitch.
By suicide.
Wow.
I'm very shocked right now, y'all. I
Me
met
too, Becca.
Twitch.
I'm just like, I'm floored, bro. That just goes to show you that you think people are so strong and everything. They put on such strength and everything, but you like really have no idea what people going through.
They said, and this is from TMZ, Stephen Twitch boss, the famed DJ on Ellen DeGeneres show, is dead. It said law enforcement sources tell us that his wife, Allison Holker, ran into an LAPD station Tuesday, and she was frantic because she said Stephen had left home without his car, something that was not like him at all. They said a short time later, police got a call for a shooting in an LA hotel, and they found Stephen there, dead from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Wow. All I remember is Twitch from that one dance show. So you think you can dance?
Yeah.
Wow, that just really took me off. Oh, that is sad. And prayers to his wife,
his child.
Wow. Wow.
And I think she just had that baby too, not too long ago.
Prayers over to that. Wow, that is so sad. That is really sad. And I know the community who watches Ellen DeGeneres, people who followed Twitch from literally So You Can Think. I remember that being one of my faves on So You Think You Can Dance. But life is very, very
3 children.
hard.
Wow. Thank you, Neon. 3 children. Wow.
Wow, that just hit me. That just hit me. That's
988, y'all. If y'all know anybody struggling, 988. Call or text 988.
That is a line that where you can get assistance, talk with somebody, emotional support. If you are thinking about suicide or you are feeling suicidal or feeling down, feeling depressed, 988 is a perfect number that they've created that you can get help at any time, 24 hours a day.
Prayers to his family.
Prayers to his family.
Because the thing that hit me most because of the black man. I hate hearing stuff like this.
You know, man, a lot of people don't consider the weight that black men have just as a group by ourselves. I mean, we have our shared plight with black women. We have our shared plight with any other number of intersections. But yeah, there's some stuff that right around 40. I'm going to be honest with you. Somewhere around 40, that thing starts to get extra heavy. Now you consider
extra heavy, Ben. Yes.
You consider being on the national stage like he was, like having all the light that was shining on him and struggling with everything that he was struggling with.
And I think what I'll just say to add to that, I'm not a black man, but I think black men deserve healing too.
Yeah.
Amen, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. Well, I
don't want to end on that note.
Yeah.
But that's listen.
That's horrible breaking news right there.
That is horrible breaking news. Support love. We'll find out more and make sure we give a proper memoriam to Twitch on the show. So the story is still developing. Rest in heaven, rest in peace, rest up, Twitch. We'll end on a more positive note so I can leave you guys with this on your hearts. The Fisk University Women's Gymnastic Program. We're on D1, Josh. The Fisk University Women's Gymnastics Program is the first at a historically black college and university at the NCAA level. and it will make the team will make its debut on January 6th. Not 6th. January 6th.
Goddamn January 6th.
Okay.
Hold up. Where were you?
Where were you on January 6th? Anyways, this
Las
team,
Vegas.
a black women's gymnastics team, the first ever of its kind at a HBCU at the NCAA level, will make its debut on January 6th at the inaugural Super 16 in Las Vegas. The 2-day invitational will be held January 6th to 7th. Every time I say January 6th, I just don't feel right. But the 2-day invitational will be held from January 6th to the 7th at Orleans Arena. The field includes each of the last 3 programs to win is an NCAA championship: Oklahoma, Michigan, and UCLA. Sunsia Lee, the all-around champion at the 2020 Olympics, will compete along with her teammates at Auburn. Lee, a sophomore, earlier announced it will be her final season with the Tigers. She plans to return to elite competition in the summer of 2023. I'm saying all this, but I want you to see these Fisk University gymnastics women right now. Josh, roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right. Boom. Stick the landing.
I love to see it. Ben, I bet you don't know what that drum line is from, Ben.
No, I do. It's from the movie that I missed because I left Bethune Cookman. I didn't get to go. Drumline.
I knew you were going to mention that, Bubba.
Yeah, you know.
You were going to mention that. But this is so beautiful to see gymnastics, because we don't see that. You don't see that at HBCUs, and you don't see a lot of Black women who enter that. We do see when the Black women enter it, and we make them big. Again, we make them big. We celebrate. Yes.
How many times would you have busted your head, busted your behind?
Many times, because that's not my forte. That's not what I do. That's not what I do. I was a dancer, but I was not a gymnast. Okay. And if you look at the gymnastics, we think about a lot of what we've seen in representation, and Gabrielle Douglas, Simone. We see these people Biles, hit the, and we love to see it, right? I love it. And so I'm seeing this at, women who are starting out or coming from being gymnasts, in their younger years, and they're able to take that on to their college years at a Black university. Yes. They are literally being built and loved on and trained in Black. Amen.
Amen.
And I love to see it. And in the movements give me a little bit more sauce. You see, it's not just stiffness, it's giving me a little rhythm. Okay. And I love to see it. And I'm proud of this. I'm proud of Fisk University being the first to lead the charge. If we're gonna, give HBCU love, that may not be coming from Florida A&M University, the highest of 7 hills in Tallahassee.
Can't have everything,
Florida. We can't have everything. We can't have everything. But being our sister school, Fisk University, I love what you're doing, and I love how you're doing it. Let's build these women up. Let's go ahead and give us some gymnasts.
It feels good to see a Black female gymnastics team from an HBCU and not one of these PWIs. I love to see it.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful because the training is coming from Black folks.
From Black folks. Hello, somebody. Come on.
It's coming from Black folks, and the dancing there is amazing. Yeah, I love to see it. I love to see it.
Don't shake your head too hard, man. We don't want you to tip over. Okay.
He got it in the
that'd be the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, it just jumps right. Something shoots right up in your bones, and you can't control it. Okay. But shout out to
wait a minute. Roland Jagged said Shana activated.
He did.
That's golden. That's great.
Love that. But Shana is activated, and so is our time, which is deactivated right now. Guys, I gotta go. I could be with y'all all day. I wish that I had that time, but I do have to get back to work. For everybody who's watching, thank you for your support. Thank you for rocking with us today. We will still be giving you a 3-day work week. So we'll be here Thursday and Friday. What's up, Ben?
I got to thank one person that I didn't have my phone last time I was on the air, but I want to thank. I've already thanked Latif, because Latif stay holding it down, blessing us in Cash Apps. But I also wanted to publicly thank Taj Tweedy. I didn't want to say the name wrong. Thank you so much for that Cash App, my friend, and just wanted to say that on air because it's a blessing. When y'all bless us, we want to recognize y'all. Thank you.
And also, let me say thank you to Lisa as well too. I don't want to say her last name, but Lisa, thank you for my birthday gift.
Yeah,
thank you for my birthday gift.
Support my brother over there.
Woo! Thank you for my birthday gift, girl.
Hey.
Now, Bubba, with that being said, I'm gonna need my
Your cut.
I'm gonna need my my ornament that was sent.
Oh shit.
To me,
I got yours too, man.
Yeah, I need that ornament for my tree because I need that ornament. Okay. But I say that to say, no, thank you guys for supporting. Look at you. You guys are supporting us, especially in our time of need. This show needs your help. For everybody who's been helping thus far, I appreciate it. I love you. Everybody who's been rocking with us, everybody who is a Patreon right now. For those of you who want to become a Patreon, please head over to www.patreon.com/like it or not. www.patreon.com/like it or not. I probably don't have to say www whatever, but patreon.com/like it or not to become a Patreon. And for those who want to up their pledge, you can do it there as well. And for those of you guys who want to give to us directly, which is best because it gets the money to us where we can go ahead and pay for these programs that we utilize to keep it going for you guys here on the show every week. You guys can send it to Becca's Voice on Cash App, DJ X3C, and
BPD 2018.
Yes. So you guys, thank you for your support.
I guess I come enough regularly. I can say it now. BPD 2018. No,
I'll add you in because it's the holidays. Okay.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you making room for me to come and slide. I'm trying to slide back in here. Thank you.
Even though your name's still on the marquee and it still say the summertime, but
2 years later.
No, look, because nobody ever listens to me on this show. Everybody do what they want to do. Look, Bubba, change the damn part of the summertime in the song. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
We better go to a whole new year.
A whole new year and a whole winter.
We are not in summertime, but nobody wants to listen to Becca. Ben, take that off the marquee.
I told you where to go get it done. I've been out of commission.
Now I've been holding it down here as the resident of the show. I love you guys so much. I'm always going to be inclusive, right? Look, inclusivity.
That's right. Diverse.
And so all of us, when we work together, I think we work great. So we will be working on our song change. Amen. And we will be working on the marquee just to be more inclusive. I love you guys so much. I thank you for your assistance. I thank you for your help. And I hope that you go and have an amazing Wednesday. Mwah. Enjoy your day, guys. Bubba wasn't ready for the music.
No, Josh. He said he's gonna try to blame it on me. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Have them call 988. Call or text 988 and get some help as well, y'all. Anyway, your affirmation for today. I love how my body helps me accomplish my goals. I love how my body helps me accomplish my goals. That's some real. Anywho, y'all, we will see y'all tomorrow. Love y'all, mean it. Do something nice for yourself. Deuces.
They wanna judge me, unjustified. Catch me on Insta, I'm verified. They want me quiet, I amplify. I'm on my way to the best thing that you've ever seen. You know that you bow to the queen. You lose all your senses and reason. I'll give you something to believe. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. On my way. Yeah, OMW. Nothing left to prove. So enjoy the view, taking a picture like Malibu. I'ma have you on.